So, as far as our Jira administration is concerned, we discussed all about connectivities, either it can be GitLab or Bitbucket, Azure DevOps, GitHub, all that. Wherein it's important for us to understand about creation of automation, because automating projects that are to be created is essentially important. So, for that, what are the different business rules that we need to be updated? So everything we need to know. Okay. So we need to create the first rules, because if you want to automate any kind of project, especially part of Jira administration and operations. So how to create those? For that we need to mention the rules. These are the rules you can see. So that here we have to create the different rules here. For example, if you want to create any kind of figure, or if there is any condition statement that is to write, or any each, if you want to add any kind of branches for each thing, like adding any actions, everything that we can do. So here you can see this is about the trigger. So wherein if you want to mention about the kind of item that we want to be updated over here, so whatever the item that are to be updated, right? So when the work item is created, so we must ensure that condition, whatever the condition that are applied, because if else conditions are something which must be added to the existing one, followed by this, if there is any kind of comments that are to be added, so those comments can also be written. So when we have written this, so when we have to navigate the routes, here you can see this, when there is an adding of any kind of trigger, when you see, right? So when we are adding any kind of triggers and all that, so we need to identify the triggers, what are the different triggers we have, etc. So for example, work item triggers is something which we have to select it. Okay. So work item triggers are something we have selected. At the same time, whatever the versions that we are maintaining, or the kind of sprints that we have started, etc., everything that we need to be mentioned. So here you can see an option called turn on rule. Okay. Simply we need to mention the turn on rule, right? Whatever the turn on rules that we have, etc. So this turn on rules that we have to be updated. Okay. Right. So save the thread. So validate the rule. Yeah. So here you can see one resolve error to turn on your, right. So one resolve, right. So we need to resolve the error. That is important. So when we want to resolve the error, whatever the errors to be have, so we need to be updated this, right. So work item common deletion is done. So then action item, right. So action item publish new page. Okay. So that we need to connect to the Confluence. If you want to connect to the Confluence, then we can connect to the Confluence, because Confluence used for the code repo, document collaboration, etc. So that we can do it, right? So we can connect to the Confluence and we can use it. Whatever the required information that we want to be updated, everything we can do. Okay, name here we need to mention the rule, right? So what is the rule? For example, mm, building items, item numbers. This is an rule that we have mentioned. You need to save it, right? So here you can see publish new page to the Confluence. The rule has been saved. So audit log, so that if there is any rules that are updated, we can see it here. Okay. How the rule can be updated, everything that we can see. So billing item numbers is a rule that we have enabled. So if you want to disable it, it's already disabled. If you want to enable it, we can enable it. Okay, we can enable it according to our requirements. What are the requirements do we have? Everything we can see. At the same time, if you want to see any kind of rule details, here you can see billing item numbers are the description we have taken, project name followed by the owner, after automation for Jira, notification of error, all it is. So return to rules. This is how generally the rules has to be updated. So here you can see billing item numbers is a rule that we have been updated over here. Okay. So this is how generally rules we need to update.